Today I'm going to be showing you how to create this winged eyeliner look using the 513 Angled Eyeliner Brush that I've got here. So let's go. So first you're going to pick up your eyeliner, and you can actually use any sort of eyeliner you want with this brush to create a winged liner, but today I'm just using a small gel liner. So you just want to put a little bit of product onto your brush, and then you can actually use the shape of the brush to create the perfect wing. So we're going to use the slant of the brush just on the outer corner first. I always start on the outer corner because I find it's a lot easier to kind of create the whole shape, and it makes it a lot easier to match it on the other side as well if you have like a bit of a technique. So we're going to start that way. So just use the edge of your brush to very gently create your first line. There we go. So get a little bit more product on your brush, build up that line, and fill in any little bits you need to. And remember, if you don't get the perfect shape straight away, you can always clean it up later with a wipe or a little bit of concealer, and I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So I've just put a bit more product on my brush, just so we can make that line slightly more solid. So you need to remember that the aim is to sort of elongate your eye rather than create too much of a curve for your liner. So this is actually the perfect shape because you can create a really nice straight line. I'm just going to get a little bit more product so we can work our way further into the eye. You can literally just rest the brush sort of along your lash line because you want the liner to get thinner as you go further into the inner corner. Okay, and then for the final bit, in the very inner corner, what you're going to do is almost keep your eyes slightly open, and that will allow you to see exactly where you need that really thin line to be. And you can just use the very edge of the brush. There we go. So as you can see, my line is still a little bit messy here. So I'm just going to get a little bit more product and just try and get the line as straight as possible. So just here, I'm going to clean up a bit and add a bit more product. So I'm going to show you a really handy trick now. So it's best to do this maybe at the end of your liner once you've done both eyes, but I just want to show you how to create a really nice shape. So you can use exactly the same brush because it gives you a really nice slant. So I have a clean version of the brush here, so please make sure you clean your brush in between, otherwise you're going to end up with a really funny looking concealer. But all you're doing is just put a little bit of concealer on your nice clean brush, and then you can use it directly underneath your wing to help create that really nice straight shape we were talking about. Use my concealer under my wing there, so we're just going to bring it downwards like this. And that's going to help hide the fact that you've used the concealer there. And just keep blending it until you've got that nice sharp line and it's disappeared. I'm just going to blend out this little bit here. So now you can see on this side we've got that really nice sharp line and that nice winged liner we're looking for. So now the difficult bit is making sure that both sides look the same. So I'm going back in with my brush that had the gel eyeliner on it. So I've got my product back on my brush again, and I'm literally just going to have a look in the mirror and try and angle it so it's similar. So I'm just going to go in here with my brush, same as before, and try and get it at a similar angle. And there we go. So now we're going to start building that liner across just the same as we did before. This brush is great. It's so helpful for creating those nice smooth lines, because it's really nice and precise. Now, so we're going to open our eye a bit just to get to that inner corner again. So I'm just going to get a little bit more product onto my brush. So you can keep your eyes slightly open for this bit. And just try and get straight into the corner. Okay, and then you want to have a look in the mirror and just see if there's any bits that you need to change to make sure that this is slightly more symmetrical. Okay, and there we go. So now we're going to do that trick again with the concealer just to make sure it's really nice and smooth and matching. So if you've finished your eye look at this point, you can just clean your brush, dip it in a little bit of concealer, and then you're just going to try and do a nice smooth line underneath that line that you just did. And that's going to help create that really nice winged liner look you're trying to create. Just use a nice downward motion to help blend. And you can always use your finger if you've got a cream product. So that's our liner all done. So as you can see, both sides are pretty much symmetrical. It just takes a little bit of practice with wing liner, so if you don't get it perfect on the first go, do not worry, but this brush is definitely going to help you get a much nice smoother line.